Hello everyone. So recently I had to do a research project for my physics class about a science topic. While many people made slideshow presentations, I decided to animate mine. It took a very long time, over 15 hours of animating it all over the course of 2 days, plus the couple of hours of research and writing the script, so I easily put in about 20 total hours at least. It was very tiring, but I'm really happy with how it came out and I'm super excited to show it off. Normally my videos will be more uplifting and fun, but I put a lot of effort into this, so I wanted people to see my creation. I really hope you enjoy.
What is climate change? According to Merriam-Webster, in its simplest form, climate change is a significant and long-lasting change in Earth's climate and weather patterns. While this is true, it does not allude to the extremely detrimental effects of climate change. These effects include rising global temperatures, warming oceans, shrinking ice sheets and glacial retreat, sea level rise, extreme weather patterns, ocean acidification, and many more. But what is behind these changes? The greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect has to do with the Earth's atmosphere and how it retains heat. When warmed by the sun, heat travels to Earth's surface and bounces off of it back into space. But there are many particles in our atmosphere that bounce the same heat back toward Earth to keep the planet warm. This is extremely important so that at night the planet doesn't become very cold. But with the more use of fossil fuels in the production of goods or just when driving your car, CO2 is produced and goes into our atmosphere. These extra CO2 molecules bounce heat back toward Earth as well, resulting in more trapped heat than normal, which then causes a higher global temperature. Methane, usually produced by livestock, as well as nitrous oxide, produced during the combustion of fossil fuels, are also greenhouse gases and contribute to the effect. These greenhouse gases and the higher global temperatures they cause lead to a multitude of other issues. For now, we'll be focusing on the melting of glaciers, the warming of oceans, and the rising of sea levels. After the greenhouse gases trap excess heat in our atmosphere and increase the global temperature, areas with glaciers or ice sheets warm and can go above their freezing points. When this happens, this ice melts and goes into the ocean. With a higher volume of water in oceans because of the newly melted glaciers, sea levels rise. On top of that, when water is heated, it expands, so having a warmer ocean means that the already existing ocean water is taking up more space than it did when the ocean was cooler. These factors, all contributing to sea level rising, are having extreme consequences on many coastal regions across the world. Since 1880, sea levels have risen 8 inches. On top of that, NASA projects that by 2100, sea levels will rise 1 to 4 feet if nothing is done to stop the effects of climate change. Higher sea levels will flood numerous cities, causing lots of damage and leaving people without homes, needing to relocate. This is only one of the many consequences of climate change, showing how crucial it is to take action now. Some believe that climate change isn't real and deny the outstanding proof of its existence. These beliefs that climate change doesn't exist or that it isn't caused by humans are simply based on ignorance, since NASA states that multiple studies published in peer-reviewed scientific journals show that 97% or more of actively publishing climate scientists agree. Climate warming trends over the past century are extremely likely due to human activities. To further clarify, scientists saying that something is extremely likely, it isn't just a guess. It's supported by years of research and evidence to support their claims. Now that it is established that climate change is a real issue with serious detrimental impacts to our world, one must look for ways to reverse the greenhouse effect. This is often referred to as climate mitigation. Merriam-Webster defines mitigation as the process or result of making something less severe, dangerous, painful, harsh, or damaging. In this case, working to prevent further warming of our climate by limiting CO2 emissions. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, human-induced warming reached approximately 1 degree Celsius above pre-industrial levels in 2017, increasing at 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade. For context, an increase in 1 degree Celsius is equivalent to an increase of 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. It may not seem like a lot, but even a change of a few degrees can make a huge difference. The IPCC has a goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, but action must be taken now to make this goal a reality. They say that under emissions in line with current pledges under the Paris Agreement, global warming is expected to surpass 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. even if these pledges are supplemented with very challenging increases in the scale and ambition of mitigation after 2030. This means that even with drastic measures in place, global warming rising above 1.5 degrees Celsius is very likely. But this doesn't mean that it's impossible to solve this issue. By implementing new policies and programs, we can prevent this situation from getting even worse. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change mentioned that policies reflecting a high price on emissions are necessary in models to achieve cost-effective 1.5 degrees Celsius pathways. This refers to a carbon tax, where companies pay more taxes if they emit lots of CO2 into the atmosphere. By having a carbon tax, companies become motivated to decrease carbon emissions and instead find greener ways of production so that they can pay fewer taxes. Overall, climate change is a massive issue. It impacts the entire globe, and changes must be made now to prevent it from getting any worse. A green future is possible. We just have to work for it.
I hope you all enjoyed my little video about climate change. It's a really important topic, and I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to make such a special project about it. Once again, my videos will mostly be cheery and positive, so don't think I'm always going to be this serious. Overall, thank you so much for watching, and if you are interested in more animations and videos from me, be sure to subscribe and check out my Instagram, which will be in the description. Thanks again, and see you next time.